Okay, this is going to be Introduction to Trig Inverse. Intro to Trig Inverse. Okay. Let's first consider this triangle, a right triangle, of course. And we have angle L. We want to know what angle L is, given that we know two of the sides. Let's call one side is 35 in length, 35 units in length, and the other side is 65 units in length. Relative to angle L, we know the lengths of the opposite and adjacent sides. If we watch the last video, the opposite and adjacent relates to the trig function tangent. Okay, so we can write, we have our triangle, angle L. This is 35 units and 65 units. We can write the tangent of angle L would be the opposite side of angle L, which is 35, divided by the adjacent side of angle L, which is 65. All right, so we need the mathematical tools to take care of this operation. This is going into the inverse trig functions. Let's talk about inverse. Inverse is just opposite. So we know that the inverse of addition is subtraction and vice versa. Of multiplication is division. The inverse, if we square something, the inverse of that is to take the square root. With the trig functions, we have sine, cosine, and tangent. Inverse sine is the expression. That's inverse sine. Inverse cosine, and we have inverse tangent. So all that is the opposite. We have sine, inverse sine, cosine, inverse cosine, tangent, and inverse tangent. All right, so let's not have any misconceptions about this thing here. All we're going to call this is sine inverse or inverse sine, inverse cosine, inverse tangent. We're not going to call those anything else. But here's a misconception. That -1 on top, and you are never going to refer to it as a -1. This is just a misconception. This sine inverse of x is not the same expression as 1 over sine x, meaning that this -1 is not an exponent. So we're not going to treat it like an exponent. All right, so let's go into solving angle L. Go back a couple of pages. Okay, so we have our new trig functions, our inverse. So since we are working with tangent, we must use the tangent inverse. So angle L, the measurement of angle L would equal the tangent inverse of 35 over 65. This is going to give us the degree of measurement, or the angle L, the degree of angle L. So take out your calculator. I kind of already did it. Remember, so that's the tangent inverse of 35 divided by 65. The measurement of angle L should be 28 3/10 of a degree. So let's go back. The measurement of angle L, it's Let's write that over. The measurement of angle L is 28 3/10 equal 28 3/10 degree. Go back and watch this video. Pause it. Watch this video. I will post an assignment to this. Peace.